Hi and welcome to another short video of my June 2026 tour. Now I rode from Potes down to Riano and then returned again. Just a short three and a half hour journey, but due to the temperatures on this particular day, which peaked around about 40, that was really enough for one day. For me, this road delivers on all levels, particularly on the K1600. There's some real sweeping bends, some tight turns, and some absolutely stunning views actually en route. Now, going up to Riano, I passed the Mirador with the Deer, and to be honest, it was pretty damn busy, so I decided to head down to Riano, quick beer, and then try and stop actually on the way back. Now, I always ride wearing full protection. I know it's a choice, but to me, safety does really come first. Plus the fact that I'd promised her indoors. So having left Riano, the temperatures really did begin to climb significantly. I reached the turning for the Bear, but as I'd actually ridden this the day before, I decided to skip this and straight down to the Deer Mirador, where I could actually take in the stunning views once again. As I say, the total ride was about 3.5 hours, so I've actually edited some of my favourite bits, which I hope that you'll actually enjoy. Now, I mentioned about not riding up to the Bear. I'd actually recorded this previously, and I've also posted just a short 5 minutes video of this, just the ascent. Again, another incredible ride. Now, I've been lucky enough to ride this section of the N621 on a couple of previous occasions, but never before on such clear roads. Whether it was down to the forecast temperatures, whether it was down to the fact that I'd left at 8 AM, I was just counting my blessings as I actually took some of these bends, which I could do with confidence. As it turned out, I wasn't the only one enjoying the open roads, and I guess this guy knew the roads slightly better than I did. Having spotted the bikes in the lay-by that I just passed, I decided to pull into the Deer Mirador and just experience some of those views for myself. However, as I approached, I could see cars, bikes. I just cracked on down to Riano and decided to pick it up on the way back. As I entered the village of the Naves, I had a flashback to my first ever trip to the Picos back in 2023, where I stayed in the hotel just up here, just coming up on the right. Standout memory for that was the fact that they actually had a stuffed bear in the main bar area, standing in a somewhat aggressive pose, somewhat macabre to be fair. Now for me, the ruggedness of this section of the N621 really does stand out. A stark contrast up against the lush greenery that I'd ridden through so far. Now you know you're approaching Riano when you actually are greeted with this glorious reservoir. I may have mentioned before, but I've got a real affinity with water, be it the coastline, be it the lakes, be it the reservoirs. Absolutely gorgeous. Now for me, this turning is by far the best way to actually enter into Riano. Down to a small residential area before the main town itself. It offers the perfect opportunity just to pull over and really just take sort of 5 minutes just to really experience the views. Now, whilst I'm no architect, I can't help feeling slightly disappointed with Riano. However, that said, it has got a number of bars, and all that was on my mind at that point was actually just getting a cold beer. As I say, temperatures really had ramped up, So time for a beer or two, and then head back towards Potes, stopping at the Deer actually en route. Seemingly each time I actually ride this route, I come across something new, something unexpected, something that I've actually missed previously. And when I actually saw the sign with the camera, decided to actually pull up in the next lay-by. Thankfully, the Deer Mirador was slightly less occupied, so I was able to pull in with ease and actually just take in these wondrous views again. It really does offer a magnificent view across the Picos de Europa and is a must if you haven't already done so. I must say that riding the N621 in both directions does offer totally different landscapes to actually view, particularly on the descent back down into Potes, where riding on the right hand side of the road you get magnificent views down into the valley. as I rode back down into Potes, the temperature actually rose by about 2 degrees, and I was keen to return to my air-conditioned hotel room just to shower before once again going out for yet another beer. Now, I'd also decided, due to the forecast, I would stay an extra night in Potes. The following day, I actually rode out to Sotres, which is reportedly the highest accessible village by road, actually, in the Picos de Europa. Another great day out, another relatively short, about 4-hour journey. So if you've enjoyed my offering so far, then please give me a like. If you haven't already done so, then you can also subscribe in order to get updates of my forthcoming video links. But as I say, the next journey, the next short journey in this is the ride out to Sotres.